Mzansi is not surprised anymore. Mzansi is done. People are tired of the noise, tired of the scandals, tired of watching the same political movie play on repeat while ordinary citizens carry the pain. Today we are breaking down the shocking scenario of Julius Malema sentenced to 5 years, and here is what you need to know. Julius Malema, one of the most controversial and influential figures in South African politics, has allegedly been sentenced to 5 years in prison after a major court ruling. The news has sent shockwaves across the country, from parliament corridors to taxi ranks, from boardrooms to township streets. Supporters are calling it political persecution. Critics are calling it accountability. And millions of South Africans are asking one simple question: what happens next? This is not just about Julius Malema. This is about whether power can still be challenged in South Africa. It is about whether the law applies equally, or whether justice changes depending on your surname, your party colors, or your political influence. Let's be honest. Every year we hear the same promises. Every election season, politicians tell us change is coming. Every budget speech, they say relief is on the way. But what do people on the ground actually feel? Rising prices, unemployment, load shedding scars, crime fears, corruption fatigue, broken systems. And while the people struggle, the elite continue their games. Before we go deeper, tell me right now in the comments, do you believe powerful people in South Africa ever face the same justice as ordinary citizens? No filter, no fear. Now let's talk about the contradiction nobody can ignore. When ordinary South Africans make mistakes or break the law, the consequences often come fast. Police arrive quickly. Bail is difficult. Jobs are lost. Families suffer. Communities judge. But when politically connected people are in trouble, suddenly there are technicalities, delays, postponed hearings, appeals, statements, spin doctors, and endless legal gymnastics. That is the frustration many people feel. It is not only about one case. It is about two systems living side by side, one for the connected, one for the rest. And that is why this moment matters. Because Julius Malema is not a small figure. He is not just another politician. He is a movement symbol to many people. To supporters, he represents fearless opposition, economic justice, land reform, youth energy, and direct language in a political world full of polished lies. To critics, he represents division, dangerous rhetoric, populism, and chaos. But whether people love him or hate him, nobody can deny one thing: he moves the national conversation. So if someone like that is sentenced to prison, the story becomes bigger than the courtroom. It becomes about political timing. It becomes about party strategy. It becomes about who benefits. It becomes about public trust. It becomes about whether institutions are independent or influenced. Watch outcomes, not drama. That is always the rule. Some will ask, will this destroy the EFF? Not necessarily. In politics, punishment can sometimes create sympathy. Leaders under pressure often become martyrs in the eyes of supporters. If the EFF frames this as a political attack, they could energize their base, attract anger from disillusioned youth, and turn courtrooms into campaign stages. Others will ask, will this strengthen democracy? Possibly, but only if the process is transparent, fair, and consistent. Accountability matters. No democracy survives if powerful people are untouchable. But accountability must never look selective. If only some are targeted while others walk free, then trust collapses. And trust is already fragile. Many South Africans do not wake up thinking about party politics. They wake up thinking about rent, school fees, transport money, safety, electricity, water, jobs, survival. That is why political drama becomes dangerous when it distracts from real priorities. While leaders fight in public, citizens are forced to fight privately just to make it through the month. And the real-world impact? You feel it through market uncertainty, when investors hesitate and businesses delay decisions. You feel it through political tension, when supporters clash online and on the streets. You feel it through public distrust, when citizens stop believing institutions serve them fairly. When priorities are wrong at the top, pain grows at the bottom. That is the real scoreboard. Now let's speak plainly about South Africa's political climate. This country has a long memory. People remember corruption scandals. They remember state capture. They remember promises that became excuses. They remember commissions, reports, headlines, and then nothing. So when a dramatic sentence lands against a major political figure, many people do not react with shock. They react with suspicion. They ask, why now? Why this case?
Thank you.
Why
Thank
this
you
person?
very much for raising
Who
that.
gains?
Honorable member,
Those are fair questions in any democracy. But there is another side too. Some citizens are tired of endless excuses. They say enough is enough.